Welcome back to World Warships with your host X-Brad, TC, and today we're following Grump Wagon. Grump's in the Tier 9 U.S. destroyer, the mighty Fletcher. And Grump is going to have a hell of a game here. Unfortunately, he is going to die just before he can earn Unleash the Kraken. Yes, we let the cat out of the bag. Charging towards A, he's trying to cap. Unfortunately, the enemy is getting there in major strength, and Grump doesn't want to die immediately, so he's going to take kind of a cagey little approach, use a little stealth, use the island to screen his approach, stay out of detection range, try and see if he can't get a lucky torpedo shot. No, nothing there. The island is screening him. Now he can slip into the cap and not get nuked, because, you know, he's in a destroyer, and yes, the destroyer at Tier 9 is a far more robust machine than at Tier 2, but very limited health. You don't get to make a lot of mistakes. Slips in, he's in the little cove, and he's just going to park for a second. Unfortunately, he's detected. There is an enemy destroyer in the cap. And worse than that, there's an enemy cruiser just popped up at point-blank range. Torps out, smoke, took major hits, he's going to run away. The beauty of this, the Japanese cruiser right there immediately started backing down. It only took one torpedo, and Grump's still pouring fire into him, doing the best he can, using the smoke to screen him. But take a look at this. Ha! Picked off the enemy destroyer, barely missed getting nuked by the friendly torpedoes from somebody behind him. I can't imagine Grump was very happy about that. Guys, be very careful when you're launching your torpedoes, especially if there's a friendly destroyer in front of you. They tend to circle around and do things like that. Maneuver, slow down, avoid the torpedoes. That cruiser is still there. Grump's relatively safe in the smoke, but that cruiser is right there, and he's trying to distract him. He's just kind of making a nuisance of himself, trying to goad the destroyer into doing something. Excuse me, the enemy cruiser. Got the friendly, what is that, a Des Moines? Baltimore. Friendly Baltimore taking advantage of his smoke screen. Smoke screens work both ways. Grump cannot see the enemy because he's stuck in the smoke. Yes, the cruiser's still there, right there. And Grump's lost a third of his health already. But he pokes out just far enough to try and get a couple of rounds into him. That works fairly well, except, oops, put a couple of HE into the friendly cruiser. But for now, he's able to get rounds in on the enemy cruiser at point-blank range. Friendly cruiser probably should have stayed in the smoke. He's not maneuvering, he's not got the speed to avoid getting hit. He's getting pounded. Grump sees not just that first cruiser, but a second cruiser. And so he's going to get torps out, which you can tell the friendly Baltimore is dead. And since he's exposed, he's going to go ahead and start unleashing with the 5-inch guns, try and set some fires, do some damage, pick off whatever he can. At this range, that's in the sweet spot for the Fletcher's guns. Hard to miss. And that's 2. Dodge the enemy torpedoes coming in. Has the convenient effect of also minimizing the enemy's gunfire on him. Got another torpedo hit. So that spread he launched was quite effective. Maybe not devastating, but good enough. 5-inch gunfire going out on cruiser. pecking away, steady, good hits. And as he goes behind the island, he's going to shift targets over to the other cruiser momentarily. Very low health. That's a much tougher shot. At that range, you're not really going to hit much. Oh, there comes that cruiser back out again. So let's get a few more hits on him, and somebody else secures the kill. Grump neatly dodges the torpedoes. He's still got his protective smoke. He's captured the point, finally. Lost sight of the target because he's in the smoke and needs somebody else to spot the target for him. But every time he spots a target, he goes ahead and opens up with those 5-inch batteries. Trying to start fires, just trying to do damage. This guy's not moving very fast at all, so Grump is shifting his point of aim. He's moving so he's not a torpedo target. Check where the island is so he doesn't run aground. So here we are, we're a whopping, what, 6.5 minutes into the fight, and he's at 75,000 damage. Devastating strike, first blood. He's going to go ahead and launch the torpedoes in a wide arc. Almost more as an area denial weapon. And if he misses the first battleship, well, there's other battleships back there. Who knows? He might get lucky. You never know. He's going to launch. That smoke cloud is going to be fading fairly soon, so Grump's getting ready. Yep, he's detected. Time to move. He's already below half health. Time to boogie. And he's going to skirt away from the enemy, break contact, and try to move to B. Enemy destroyer. Engage him a little bit with guns, and then, nah, not much going on there. Just time to run. Very hard. I mean, take a look at the time of flight of these shells. It's very hard to do much of any real damage at that kind of range. He's working his way to the west, but eventually he's going to start working his way back towards B. We've got A point well secured. C is, well, it's contested, and the enemy has B. A little rubbing with a friendly battleship. No big deal. You know, and that's the thing. I don't tend to get too upset about an occasional bounce against a friendly ship. Once again, he's going to use the island to screen his approach. Behind the cover of the island, reduce his detection. Come hard left. There's plenty of things to shoot at in B, and Grump wants some of them. All right, taking a look. Who are we going to shoot at here? Still not detected. He decides to hold his fire. Wants to get close in and get a sure kill on somebody. There's the Colorado. Just in case. Yeah, we'll take it. No. Enemy destroyer, enemy Fletcher. Close range. Straight up gunfight. Fletcher on Fletcher. No real outside influences. Who wins is going to be determined by gunnery. Neither team is probably going to get their torpedoes off. Grump. Come on, Grump. There we go. Unfortunately, while Grump won that fight, he's left with a whopping 208 health points. Not good. Ordinarily, when I find myself in a battle and I'm in a Fletcher and I'm down to 208 health points, I start thinking about retiring and maybe, finding a less violent place to hang out. Grump, on the other hand, is taking a look at this North Carolina and he's trying to find a way to get a good torpedo shot at him. Unfortunately, there's a small island in there that would suck up the torpedoes most likely to hit. So Grump's just going to go ahead and close on in, turn in, allow himself to be detected, which should be the kiss of death. But no. North Carolina seems obsessed with shooting at somebody else. Grump launches one salvo, and because he expects them to turn, he's going to hold off on the second salvo, pops the smoke, sees which way the enemy North Carolina is going to turn, and then launches the second salvo. And for good measure, he's going to go ahead and throw in some HE fire and set the North Carolina, back a little bit. Oh yeah, look at that. Dude is broadside on to the second salvo of torpedoes because he turned to dodge the first salvo. Yeah, there was no way this was not going to end badly for the North Carolina. 208 health points and Grump nukes him. And yes, my friends, that's 4 kills. And as you can see, another North Carolina is passing from south to north behind that island. And Grump wants to be there at the northern end of this island when he pops out. Grump knows one gunshot from even a secondary battery will put him down. He wants to have his torpedoes out and sink this son of a gun as soon as possible. He is planning a date with destiny here. The only other remaining enemy ship is way off, not a factor, not even in gun range. Grump is closing to suicidal range on this guy. Little maneuver to get a better angle. Turn back in. Close the range. Closer, closer. Is Grump going to earn the Kraken here? Or is Grump going to get killed? Which one will it be? He's detected. Torpedoes out. Second salvo. And sorry, Grump, you're dead. And the first salvo completely missed. The second salvo, however, one torpedo. Grump earns the Confederate. Oh, but look at that. The enemy battleship is still flooding. He must have just used his damage control ability. Unfortunately, that's a lot of damage to hope that is going to... Oh, wait, what? Nope. He took a major hit, and the rest of the flooding is going to kill him. Kraken unleashed. It's just a flesh wound. Good job, Grump. His team is going to win this on points, I do believe. Gotta say, one of the better battles Grump has sent me. Grump is by far a much better destroyer driver than I will ever be. It's always fun to watch him. So, First Blood, Kraken Unleashed, Devastating Strike, Confederate. It's just a flesh wound. 124,000 damage, 140 gun hits, 6 torpedo hits, 6 incapacitations, 5 killed, 5 fires, 5 floodings, 2 defenders of the base, 2 captures. Not surprisingly, top of the team with 2,700 base XP. Which, take a look, the second place was only 1,550 base XP. Enemy team was only 1,053 base XP. Well done, Grump. 40,000 on the Otago, 23,000 on the no car, 17,000 on the other no car, 10,000 on the new Japanese destroyer. I can't even pronounce it. And even polished off of Fletcher with 5,000. Guys, I hope you've enjoyed this episode. If you have, like us and subscribe us on YouTube. And we will catch you soon.